This is an effort to explain the relationship between voices and the mind, defined by medicine as a schizophrenia. Now, medicine claims that the visual experiences, auditory experiences, flavors, and scents arise strictly dualistic. That is, I cannot see that tree unless the tree actually exists. But in the case of mental experiences, medicine claims they all develop out of the chemistry of the brain, out of the qualities of the brain, as though the mind is not dualistic from the point of view of thought. Buddhism denies that position. I've had a great deal of trouble relating to thoughts in my effort to develop a good relationship to meditation and study. I believe those thoughts were generated by others, and more or less in a rivalry, state of rivalry, an effort to prove the other guy is all bad, incompetent, and evil, and I am pure and good. And there doesn't seem to be much that can be done about it. I think perhaps all religions suffer from that same tendency to rise up at the expense of others. For instance, when I first encountered the Trungpa Tofu, Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, that's what they call him. They call him the Venerable Vajrachara Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche. That was in 1970. I didn't have that title at that time. I purchased a book at the Fine Art Annex to the California College of Arts and Crafts called Meditation in Action. And its first chapter was the menorah of experience and boding mind. And he claimed in that habitually violent and habitually drunk could achieve enlightenment through accepting their own nature. That excited me. In 1970, most commonplace aspect of life that people were trying to free themselves from was cigarette smoking and beer drinking. I decided I would accept those and achieve a bodhisattva. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. Things just got worse and worse. And other evil deeds bled into my system, along with the voices. I think there are quite a few elitist flaws due to extreme elitism of the Tibetan community, of the Tibetan, 5% of the Tibetans who were the lords and the high lamas and the government officials, versus the 95% of Tibet who were two categories of serfs and one category of actual slaves. And it's a bad feeling, but probably The miraculous powers of the Lamas derived from the abject state of enslavement of the serfs. That tendency probably runs through every religion in the world. The tendency to take advantage of the bodies of people that I call schizophrenic. They would say maybe common laborers or dishwashers or janitors. Just take advantage of their bodies ruthlessly in order to achieve spiritual superiority. As a byproduct, you get schizophrenia. And there seems to be no solution to the problem. Medicine has an effort to dampen your awareness of the influence of others on your mental, physical, and verbal activity. Therefore, you continue to be a degraded, subnormal type, but you can't blame anybody for it. Now, when Buddhism came to America, the Jews took a huge chunk of studentship and leadership and modified their own approach to dominating humanity. And they became increasingly dangerous. Presently, they are becoming totally oppressive to the rest of the world due to spiritual powers. And the whole world's going to deny that the Jews have any spiritual powers, and that those spiritual powers are harmful to other people. I'm trying to demonstrate that smoking cigarettes and drinking wine does not lead to liberation from anything. It leads to degraded lifestyle. It actually leads to other evils. For instance, in Boulder, the community had supernormal powers. And Jack Guthrie in San Francisco also had supernormal powers. They were both associated with the academic establishment. And Guthrie claimed I'm a homosexual because he had a sexual relationship with myself, and that I'm suppressing my homosexuality. And they also were able to find that crime, that truck theft crime. So they wanted to divert me from two events that I'm not proud of that happened a long time ago into further evil, homosexuality and habitual theft. This chain of thought runs continuously through every aspect of life, especially the academics and the religious, the spiritual guidance, so-called spiritual guidance, is based on the oppression of others. And the degraded practices of others helps the spiritual become pure and good, pure and perfect and good. Even business, although its employees seem to do better than those unemployed ones, it still has adverse impact on the spiritual life of people. I hope this isn't too bothersome.